All right, so I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this practice test that I passed out, kind of a quiz test. We're going to be testing Friday, a week from today, the day that I'm recording this. That is going to be January 26th. And so I want to make sure you get this practice kind of done and understood. So we have an object moving in a circle of radius 2, and it has a speed of 2 meters per second. We want its acceleration. We're going to simply take v squared divided by the radius, and when we plug in those numbers, that's going to be 2 squared divided by 2, which is going to end us giving us 2. And be careful with our units, meters per second squared. Now, if the mass is 1 kilogram, we want to know the net force. In this case, you just take F, and that's going to equal mass times the centripetal acceleration, which we've calculated up here, so that's going to be 1 times 2, which gives us a nice 2 Newton force. And just to be clear, any force has units of newtons. All right, so 1b, we want to know the speed of this object. Period and frequency are topics we're going to get to when we get to wave motion, so we'll worry about that a little bit later. Right now, let's just get its speed. And when you're going around in a circle of radius r, you end up getting 2 pi r divided by the time. That's going to end up being 2 times 3.14. You know what, I like my writing here. See, so 2 pi r divided by the time, and that's going to be 2 times pi times the 2 meter radius divided by the 2 seconds it takes to go around the circle. When we actually simplify this, we're going to end up getting about 6.28 meters per second. When we calculate the centripetal acceleration, that's going to be v squared divided by the radius. So that'll be 6.28 squared divided by the 2 meters radius. And that's going to give us 19.7 meters per second. If you want the force, that's F, is the mass times the centripetal acceleration, and that's going to work out to be 0.5, which is the kilogram mass, times 19.7, and that'll give us 9.86 newtons. So that's page 1 of the practice test. I'll just write the word key here so that we know that's the case, and I'll work on page 2 in the next video.